Welcome guys to part 2 of email marketing. We're gonna run off of segmentation. We're gonna jump into MailChimp today. We're gonna look at 2 different emails. We're gonna look at the data behind them and how do we score better from that. So let's jump into the computer. All right guys, so we are going to jump on an email. I chose Turn to Springfield to use one of their emails. We're going to look at it, read about it, and then we're gonna look at the score that MailChimp gave us. So, for example, Black Friday baseball camp at Turn to Springfield, enroll now. We're going to get a good look at it. So, Black Friday baseball camp. We have the details in there, what to expect. We have our CTA. We have photos, and then obviously the reach out. Look.
A few moments later.
Content optimizer. So, any email that you send through MailChimp, it scores it for you. But it also gives you suggestions. So you can view this report, and in this report, it will give you in detail. So for skimmability suggestions, the campaign status was 263 words. So about about 2 minutes to read. Now it gives you these suggestions. You avoid using large words, long sentences to ensure your audience can easily understand your content. And then trim your copy down to fewer than 200 words. So it gives you the actual data behind what best performs with your peers based on your audience and how long they spend on your email. So for example, Springfield in this email, or Springfield in general, 45 seconds is the best performing email that they've had, that got the most engagement and the most funnel to where they wanted them to go. But it was less than 200 words or fewer. So then we go down. It also tells you what you do really, really well. You kept all of your sentences 25 or lower of words. So what I like about MailChimp is that it also tells you what you do well in your emails. So we're reading what you did well in this email. You kept all of your sentences to 25 or lower words. Moving on to CTAs and link suggestions, asking users to take a specific action throughout the email, compelling them to get a call to action. It also says don't be shy. So within the campaign status, there's a total of 3 links and 2 CTAs. Let your audience know where to find you with more social links in your next email campaign. So just with all of your different platforms. So use 1 or more social links. What you did well, you at least put 1 link in there and you had at least 1 CTA. We move on to typography. So your font sizes, your styles, your consistency go a long way towards making your email campaign look published and professional. So our average looks really good. Based on MailChimp, it says that we're doing really well and they like that font size. Lastly, I want to leave you with more of the score. It will give you a 6 out of 9 with best met. And you could go through and click these. It'll take you exactly where you need to go. Now I want to take us to a different email. Now I am under all campaigns. Move into team rentals at a 56.1% open rate, which is about 328 of them. With that being said, you know that your audience is really engaged with your emails, but they had 0 clicks. So off the bat, we see state-of-the-art facility, we see good bullets, we see photos, and then we also see a CTA. Let's look under content optimizer. So we got a 4 out of 9 with best practices met. Out of skimmability, 0 out of 3. I would say that's about true. I feel like it was a little bit more wordy. Links and CTAs, we had 1 out of 3, so we had 1 link. Text and visuals, text was optimized visually and aesthetically, and so were the photos as well, and so was the typography. Skimmability, we had about 241 words. From the last email, it said the same thing. Less than 200 words gives your audience an average time of reading for 45 seconds, which will optimize more of the best practices for getting your message across faster. 25 or fewer words is going to be best performing to your peers. So text and visuals, they looked great. We had 5 images in there. So 2 CTA and link suggestions. The first one being including that 1 call to action that's super specific and action oriented. So the action in this email was team rentals, right? But if you notice in this email, nothing is super specific with that CTA. It does have a link to get a hold of us, but being more specific on um, through that CTA. So using at least one more, whether it's differentiated between cages or turf space or like classroom setting, could be totally different. You could have 3 different links in there, and MailChimp's gonna absolutely love that, and so is your audience as well. Social link. Um, you could use your social link. This is what's really cool about your social media, be more of the ambiance of what you have inside. So having your social media link in there, it could be your Instagram, it could be your Facebook, whatever has your best like performance of like people seeing what the facility looks like. So for me, for example, I stay up with Springfield and the content that they put out. The guys over there have been really great about getting things on stories, posting all the things that are happening, but they're constantly on their social media. So that's exactly what I would put in this email as another link that's going to take them for having 0 total social links to having at least 1. Following that email, 0 typography suggestions. So that's also really great as well. Now that you guys have some tips to use in a MailChimp, I challenge you to go back into your emails, find one of your emails, and see how you could have done that one a little bit better. If you need help getting into MailChimp, let us know. We will get you in there. I can't wait to see all the good work you guys do.